our Western democracies are confused. They look at what's happening in Gaza and at the intensity of the killing, and they ask, where are human rights? Where are these Western values? I'm sure you're having here today and yesterday a lot of similar discussions, Minister Baerbock.
Yes, and they are so productive because many of them are not only speed dating, but behind closed doors, very trustfully. And I think the most important job for those who believe in a rules-based international order, be it politicians, be it journalists, be it citizens, is to not be pushed into this speed dating, into this black and white world in all our bubbles. Because easily, and this is a double standard question, yeah? If you only look, and you mentioned the situation in Gaza, if I only see the whole time on YouTube what's happening in Gaza, and I do that every second day, every day I cannot stand it because otherwise I couldn't get out of my bed anymore. Yeah, your reality is obviously the only thing what we can and have to do right now is to go in a total ceasefire to rescue these innocent children dying there every day. Yeah, so, and you're 100% right by that. But the question is to really come to this reality is to force myself, not myself, but all these persons are saying this is the moral right thing to do, to then also ask, so how do we come to that? And this is then when some might ask, so why you, German Foreign Minister, didn't call for immediate ceasefire the last months ago? Because I also looked at the other side, at the other YouTube videos, at the other bubbles, yeah, where I saw 4 days after the 7th of October, I didn't even see it, I spoke to the father whose wife and 2 little girls had been kidnapped by terrorists from Hamas. I saw the video where women have been not only raped, but murdered afterwards. And in that moment, for me, it was clear again that we can also not only relate to the past, saying, okay, we know how negotiations with terrorists are working, because if you saw that video and if you were ready to see these women suffering there, you understand that this is not only a military logic, because those people who are doing this, raping a woman and killing her afterwards, they don't want to exchange soldiers or political prisoners. They enjoy slaughtering women. I'm saying that because I think this is really important, bringing it down to the people, because then you understand in this kind of situation, how do we come now to a ceasefire? That the release of hostages, the release of these women is crucial, because otherwise we can never save the children in Gaza. So this comes all back to what my dear colleague Zhishenko has said. If we're not capable of stepping out of right or wrong, yes or no, black or white, we will, in this world of dilemmas, never do what our job, I would say, the 3 of us here, is to do all the best to rescue people. And this is why we have been working so intensively with those partners, Arab partners, in the last 3 months, to see how we can come together for the most important point right now, freeing the hostages, having a humanitarian pause to bring in humanitarian support into Gaza, and not stopping, even though the headlines are there every day, you cannot fix it anyhow. I think the biggest favor for those who do not care for human rights and the international order is that we are giving up, and that we are not being ready to look at these different topics from our different side. And this is why, at least for me, I would say for all the 3 of us, use our competences, use our channels we are having. And there's, again, diversity is beneficial. If we are not all the same, but if we are trying to solve this horrible war in the Middle East from our different perspectives, then we can also bring security both for the people in Israel and the people in Gaza.